Hi Amanda, welcome to your synastry reading for you and your baby dad. Your questions are, is this connection all in my head? And what's the purpose of this relationship? So I am starting off with your own natal chart in whole signs, because for me, Placidus is how the way that the house system is, it's how it takes place out in the world. And right now, especially since you're Gemini rising, which is an individual sign, and you can see two perspectives, I really want to put them, you and him, side by side first and get a good understanding of you as an individual. So the first thing I see here, Gemini. So that means your chart ruler is Mercury, very mental, very dual-natured. It means to me that you are experimental, that you take things possibly like one step at a time. And it's very interesting to me that it's in the 7th house. Your chart ruler is in the 7th house, along with your North Node conjunct Venus. So right away, you as an individual are very focused on the other people in your relationships, collectively even. So given that your sun right here, what degree is it at? 13? Ooh, that's an Aries degree. So you're an independent individual. Very nice. All right, so it's below the horizon, your sun here. And that means that Mars, nope, my mistake. That means that Venus is the most beneficial planet in your chart. And it's conjunct your North Node, which is what you're growing towards in this life. So you're actually moving away from this South Node here. So that tells me that you are literally incarnated to grow towards seeing a higher perspective, which is Sagittarius, about yourself versus the other in relationships, and Venus being very relationship oriented. So this journey that you're on seems to be very, very much about you. And going over to your Mercury, seeing that it's at 6 degrees here, that's a Virgo degree. And I also correlate that with how your Sun and Pluto are also in the 6th house, and that deals with your habits, your behavior, your daily routines. And it's also 6 degrees, or the number, or the 6th house, or Virgo. It's actually very critical of itself. Virgos are here to master something, to achieve perfection. And so your first question, and I know I haven't gotten through this chart yet, your first question is it all in my head? And I really, really, really want to say yes. It is all in your head. But does that make it a negative thing? Does that make it a bad thing? No, I don't think so at all. However, you do have Chiron here in your 3rd house. So what that tells me is that you may struggle with being, why do I want to say theatrical, animated, showy with your communication and your skills, although you do have them. It appears to me that you do have them. Furthermore, with all of these 22 degree placements in your chart, we got Pluto, your nodes, the moon, and Chiron. So you have Chiron, Pluto, your nodes, and even your moon at 22 degrees. And that is heavy transformation, especially with your sun in Scorpio. That's a lot of, how can I say this? It's like fight energy. You have a lot of me versus them. So 22 degrees, I don't know if you've heard about this, but it's considered a kill or be killed degree. And from my experience, because I have 22 degree planets in my chart too, it's where I have to be the leader. And if I'm not the leader, then somebody else is going to be the leader for me. And it's funny that I said transformation energy, because 22 degrees isn't a Scorpio degree, but your Capricorn here is your 8th house, and 22 degrees is a Capricorn degree. So this is something that you're learning through lots of mini deaths and evolution that you are growing into over time. So your chart is very in depth. It's very significant. I like it. It looks like that you are recently coming out of your Saturn return, which is square your sun. So you're going to be aware of this already. Yeah, and you're working on developing a higher philosophy since Saturn's in your 9th house. And since all of this energy in your 7th is Sagittarius. So yeah, you're developing your higher philosophy. And I think the more that you step into your higher philosophy, given here that your Mercury, your chart ruler in your 7th house, is sextile your Jupiter, because Jupiter rules your 7th house of relationships, and you're looking to find some sort of balance and harmony in them. And that can definitely be difficult with all of this kill or be killed degrees, all of these transformations, all of this higher philosophy, yada, yada, yada. But the more that you step in to your leadership role in relationships, this is going to develop. I want to see what degree your Jupiter is at. Your Jupiter is at 5 degrees, so confidence. Confidence and allowing yourself to be weird, to be this individual, and to midheaven in Aquarius, to bring it to the world. And then what that could do for you with your Chiron here in harmonious energy to your Venus in your North Node, that's gonna really help you shine. And I noticed that you're born in 1992 and you have yet to experience your North Node, because that sort of energy develops around your North Node return. So about 35 years old. I want to see what annual perfection year you're in right now. And just a side note, do you see how I'm taking your chart in as steps? In steps, this is how you're going to grow towards, because this is a higher journey. You're focused on the details and analyzing the steps towards it. But I think what's going to help you is when you finally form your own higher philosophy as it relates to yourself about this, then, maybe and only then, will everything become more clear to you. So, I want to see what annual perfection year you're in. Your birthday hasn't came up yet, so you're 29 right now, right? So you are actually developing this 6th house stuff, or this 5th house stuff. And after your birthday, you'll be 30. So you're going to be, oh, I was right, your 6th house stuff. So after your birthday in November, right? You'll be in your 7th house annual perfection year. So you're close. So from your birthday in 2022 to until your birthday in 2023, you will be heavily, I don't want to say perfecting these themes, but that will be like the main background. It'll be like what you're going through that year in your life. So hang in there. It's coming. I know it's been a long journey. I remember you saying something that it had been 10 years for you or something like that. Okay. Moving on, you have this beautiful water trine in your chart. That means intuition, feeling other people's feelings, all of that stuff. Empathic. It comes very naturally to you. And so, being such a sensitive person, I can totally, I see you. I feel like I see you. I can totally understand what you're going through. Do I want to say it that way?